After working on my fall and winter projects and sewing for a few days, my studio got very messy. There is stuff everywhere. The couch is full with sewing patterns and fabric, and there are fabric scraps, tools, and books on the table. Before I start the next project, I want to tidy up and clean my studio. I started tidying up with one of the messiest areas, the couch. I folded the remnant fabrics and put them away. I rolled up and labeled the pattern of the coat and put it in the box that I keep on top of the wardrobe. I also folded and organized some other patterns into my folder. The table is the other place where all kinds of things piled up. I packed everything in its proper place, like the measuring tape, books, fabric scraps and buttons. Threads and bobbins always accumulate on the sewing table, so I collected them and put them back in the thread drawer. After I put everything away, I dusted the surfaces. This time I didn't completely empty the bookshelves. I just did a light dusting. I don't like the arrangement of some of the shelves, so I would like to rearrange them sometime. The table was especially dusty due to the cutting of the fabrics, so I wiped it down thoroughly. There were also thread scraps on the fabric surfaces of the furniture, so I cleaned the couch, chairs, and armchairs with a lint roll. The floor was very dirty and dusty from sewing and also from the heating. I first swept and then mopped the floor. My studio was fresh and clean again, ready for the next sewing project. But after cleaning, I knitted a little bit. A few days later, we went on a little road trip. It was cold and foggy in the morning, which is very beautiful and magical. We visited some of my favorite shops. One of them is a used bookstore where I have found great books in the past. However, this time I only found two books. We walked back to the car and then went to a thrift store I had recently discovered. The store was full of old things like dishes, plates, glassware, books, pictures, textiles, and furniture. We spent a lot of time looking around. I bought a few things and I will make a thrift haul later in this video. On the way home, the weather was beautiful and sunny again. We stopped for lunch and I had a delicious pizza. We had a nice day. I'm glad we took that trip. On Friday, we woke up to a winter wonderland. It snowed that night, although not much, but everything was covered in white. During the day, it started to snow again, but unfortunately, it didn't last long. The temperature wasn't cold enough, so the snow started melting almost immediately, but it was beautiful while it lasted. I would like to show you a little thrift haul about the things I bought on the road trip. I bought two books in the used bookstore. One is about knitting and it is from the 80s, as you can see from the images too. The book contains different knitting techniques and also patterns. The other book is about embroidery and it is from the 70s. I removed the dust jacket because it was damaged. The book has a canvas cover and it looks very nice. At the thrift store, I bought a ceramic container with cocoa written on it. I found a retro vase, which caught my eyes immediately. I like the shape of it, and the color fits my studio very well. I also bought a glass container, which I don't know exactly what it is for. Maybe a vase, maybe a napkin holder. I don't know what I'm going to use it for yet. I also bought a folding bag with a beautiful retro pattern. After I was done with my chores in the house, I made myself comfortable on the couch in my studio and knitted for about an hour. It was very cozy.